Well, Jacelle and I have been in this for a real long time. So, and it's a lot of stuff like you guys are seeing this season where, the whole world wasn't privy to, some of the stuff that Jacelle and I was going through, like, or the times we separated or that we were broke up. Even while we were engaged or even while I was still wearing my ring, we had moments where it just was like not happening. But, and things happened during those times when we weren't together.
So, you thought Jock and Kendra were finally in a good place? Well, think again, because just when everyone thought their relationship had survived all the drama, the truth came crashing down and it's messier than ever. A public argument erupted, and let's just say, Jock didn't hold back. People stood there, shocked as the voices got louder, accusations flew, and Kendra dropped a bombshell that left everyone gasping. But here's the twist: there's proof that this wasn't just a typical argument. Something far more serious was exposed, and the betrayal cuts deep. Jock wasn't just mad, he was humiliated. And the reason behind it? A name no one saw coming. Young Jock and Kendra have never exactly had a smooth relationship. From the very beginning, when they first got together, people were already questioning their bond. Jock, with his history of relationships with multiple women and his well-known player reputation, never had a solid foundation with Kendra. And Kendra? Well, she stood by him, but let's face it, she knew exactly what she was getting into.
It's hard living this life.
No, it really is. So, I just got a text from my wife. It's a text to me and her mom. She said, I'm divorcing Jacelle, mom. A blog has accused him of cheating on me, so I'm done. Like, that's what I'm dealing with in real life. Like, in real life, see what it says? Yep, the girl who used to work for him. So, this is what I'm really dealing with. And that's I'm going to be as transparent as I could be, because this is what happens when you play like this. You play on people's lives. You play on whatever they may be dealing with, and they have to deal with real circumstances. So this is what I'm dealing with this morning. Yeah.
Their relationship has always been a roller coaster, full of cheating rumors, public arguments, and moments that had people wondering why they even stayed together. There was that one time when Jock got caught in some compromising situations with other women. Kendra, ever the forgiving partner, seemed to let it slide, or at least she tried to convince everyone she had. But behind closed doors, the trust issues never really went away. Recently, things had felt off between the two of them once again. Word on the street was that Kendra had been questioning Jock's loyalty again, but this time, it wasn't just about another random woman. People close to the couple noticed a growing tension between them, and it was clear that something bigger was brewing. Then there was Scrappy, Jock's longtime friend. These two had been through a lot together, sticking by each other's side no matter what. So when things started to get rocky between Jock and Kendra, no one thought Scrappy would be involved. But what happened next? Well, nobody saw it coming. It all went down in a high-end lounge in Atlanta. According to witnesses, Jock and Kendra walked in together, but the vibe was already off. Kendra looked annoyed, and Jock appeared stressed, which made everyone around them feel the tension. This wasn't a casual date night, it was a full-blown showdown waiting to happen. And then, right in the middle of the lounge, in front of everyone, Kendra shouted, "You're a joke. That's why he's better than you." The moment those words left her mouth, the entire place fell silent. Everyone turned to see Jock's reaction, and it was not pretty.
I'm gonna do. Because as a man, guess what? I got to stand on mine too. Because guess what? Let me tell you something. I didn't go to college. Guess what?
Fine.
I want my kids to go to college. So we can say that right now. I don't want them to go that direction. I want them to go to college. I can say that with you too.
Right.
But don't sit here in front of the world, in front of a medium, and say, "Oh, I wouldn't want my sons or your sons to be like you." Hold on. No, you gonna put some respect on my name, because at the end of the day, I'm successful. I take care of my kids.
Okay.
Ain't none of my kids out here in dire need of love and support. So we ain't gonna do that, okay? Because I don't appreciate that. Because there's some things about you that I could say I wouldn't want my daughters to do.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna do that. I respect you and I love you enough.
I want this magazine to know
I
what
respect
it is about me. You don't want your daughter.
I'm not gonna do that.
Like,
I'm not gonna do that.
Be my guest.
I'm not
gonna be slighted, honey.
I'm not gonna do that. That's where we have to draw the line.
Jock snapped. Tables flew, glasses shattered, and people started pulling out their phones to record the chaos. Jock was yelling, security rushed in, and Kendra? She just stood there, calm as ever. That's what really set Jock off. She knew exactly what she was doing. She wanted to humiliate him in front of everyone. Security had to step in to prevent things from escalating even further, but by that point, the damage was already done. Everyone in that lounge knew that something serious had just been exposed. But here's the real shocker: this wasn't just some random argument. It was about who Kendra had been talking about. As security was dragging Jock away, someone else walked into the lounge, Scrappy. And let me tell you, when Jock laid eyes on him, it was like everything clicked. You could see the realization hit him, and it hit hard.
So it's your father losing his multi-million-dollar business for another. You checking on him. You ain't checking on me.
Let me talk.
But you
Let me talk.
Man, sick of this.
It's him. You've been sleeping with Scrappy. The entire room went dead silent. Scrappy looked like a deer caught in headlights. And Kendra? She didn't deny it. Instead, she just stood there, grinning that smug, knowing grin that told everyone the truth. That was it. The internet lost its mind. Within minutes, videos of the whole argument flooded social media. People analyzed every second, every reaction, and every word: Jock's humiliation, Kendra's boldness, Scrappy's guilt. It was all out in the open. And just when it seemed like it couldn't get any messier, it did. The internet had zero chill. As soon as the footage of Jock losing his cool in the lounge hit social media, everyone had something to say. Some people cracked jokes about Jock getting played, while others were in absolute shock over Kendra's audacity. Some even called it the most disrespectful breakup of the year. And, of course, the people who had always warned Jock about Kendra? They were out here with their "we told you so" posts, eating up the drama like it was their favorite TV show. But the real kicker? Later that same night, Kendra and Scrappy were spotted together again, out and about in Atlanta, acting completely unbothered. No shame, no remorse. And get this, Kendra was literally wearing Jock's chain. Now, let's pause for a moment. Not only did she betray Jock in public, but now she was flaunting the jewelry he had probably bought for her. The disrespect was unreal. Meanwhile, back at home, Jock was losing it. Witnesses say he was pacing back and forth, throwing his phone, muttering to himself in a rage. And honestly, who could blame him? The entire world just watched him take a huge loss, and now his longtime friend was out there winning. But Jock wasn't just going to sit back and take this L. Oh no, he had plans. If Kendra and Scrappy thought he was just going to cry about it and move on, they had another thing coming. First move? Cutting Kendra off financially. Jock had been helping her with business ventures, ensuring she was financially secure. But now, that gravy train came to a halt. Word on the street is that he's already working on removing her from everything tied to his name. And Scrappy? He got cut off too. Jock had been working on music projects with him, giving him business opportunities, but not anymore. Jock pulled the plug on everything, leaving Scrappy scrambling to figure out his next move. But let's talk about the mess Kendra left behind. Jock's legal team is already looking into financial records, and guess what they're finding? Allegedly, Kendra was spending Jock's money on luxury trips with Scrappy. Yep. While Jock was out here thinking he was funding their lifestyle together, she was out sipping cocktails with his so-called friend. Now, there are even rumors that Jock might take this to court. Word is, he's looking into filing a lawsuit for emotional distress. And honestly, after all the humiliation he's been through, nobody would blame him. But if you thought Kendra and Scrappy were feeling any guilt, think again. Less than 24 hours after the entire drama blew up, Kendra hit Instagram with a story post, a simple black screen with 2 words, "Excuse me." She knew exactly what she was doing. And Scrappy didn't stay quiet either. He posted a selfie, smirking, with the caption, "Loyalty is everything." Fans were furious. People flooded the comments, calling for them to be cancelled. Scrappy was called a snake, and Kendra was labeled a mastermind. One person wrote, Kendra really played the long game on Jock. She stayed quiet through all his mess just to turn around and do this? Nah, that's next level petty. Another added, Scrappy has been shady for a while, but to do this to his own friend? That's straight up betrayal. Jock might be messy, but he didn't deserve this. But here's the real question, was this just a fling, or has Kendra been playing Jock all along? Just when people thought this scandal had hit its peak, an anonymous source came through with receipts. And let me tell you, these messages were messy. Screenshots of alleged texts between Kendra and Scrappy surfaced, and they suggest this affair wasn't a spur-of-the-moment mistake. These messages point to secret meetups, late-night conversations, and even plans to be together long before the public drama exploded. One of the texts from Kendra reads, I am tired of sneaking around, but I can't let him find out yet. So she had been planning for this to come out eventually. Here's where it gets even worse. Carly Red, yes, Carly Red, apparently tried to warn Jock. Now, we all know Carly loves to be in everyone's business, but this time, she might have actually been trying to help. Rumor has it that months ago, Carly pulled Jock aside and told him to watch his back. She allegedly warned him that Kendra had been spending too much time with Scrappy. Jock brushed it off, maybe because he didn't want to believe it or maybe because he thought Carly was just being messy. But now, it's too late. The betrayal cuts even deeper. And let's not forget Scrappy wasn't just some random guy. He was Jock's friend. They had history. They worked together. They ran in the same circles. The fact that Scrappy pretended everything was cool with Jock while secretly sneaking around with Kendra? That's cold. Trust me, this isn't over. Jock isn't just going to sit back. Word is, he's about to spill all the tea in an exclusive tell-all interview. And insiders are saying Jock might expose Scrappy for more than just this affair. What does that mean? We don't know yet, but some fans think Jock might have receipts of his own. If he decides to air them out, Scrappy better brace himself. And don't forget, Jock might still take legal action. Between the money Kendra allegedly spent behind his back and the emotional distress he suffered, he could file a lawsuit. If that happens, Kendra and Scrappy will have a lot more to answer for than just public humiliation. Right now, all eyes are on Jock. Everyone is waiting to see what his next move will be, and something tells me Kendra and Scrappy aren't ready for what's coming next. So, what do you think? Did Kendra and Scrappy go too far? Should Jock fight back, or should he just move on? Drop your thoughts in the comments.